Please, I beg you, I want you to pay full attention to the descriptions of heaven that all these men of God who claim that they went to heaven and they came back to tell us how heaven looks like. Now pay attention to the descriptions of heaven that all of them are telling us, and you will discover that there is no difference between the heaven that they went to and this planet Earth that we are. Because there is no difference between the things that they saw there in heaven and the things that we have here on earth. What if we are already in heaven and these men are just discovering us? Maybe because they don't know, God now decides to reveal it to them through dreams and visions or whatsoever means that God used to deploy to take them to heaven, to show them those things that they are now coming back to tell us. Because everything that these men are now saying to us that they saw in heaven are the things that we have here on earth. Watch this video.
I've seen heaven long ago. I have seen my house in heaven.
Now, this man of God claimed that he saw a house in heaven. He even saw his house, like his personal house, that God built for him in heaven. Next.
Like, I saw cars in heaven. I saw Elder Saki in heaven, and he was riding a beautiful car, a white Range Rover, and it was shining like a diamond, and his whole body was full of light. And I said, Papa.
This man of God claimed that he saw cars in heaven. Not just any old car, but Range Rover cars in heaven. So Range Rovers are also manufacturing cars in heaven. Next.
Education continues in heaven. Everything we have learned here is not up to 100 or 1,000 of what we need to know. There's still a lot they're going to teach us. And I'm telling you what I've experienced by revelation. Children, for example, there are a lot of children in heaven. They go to school.
God have mercy upon us.
What's the curriculum? Are they learning science? Or are they learning arts? Or are they learning chemistry? Or are they learning business?
This one said that he saw children going to school in heaven. Next.
One time I was taken into heaven, and as I was viewing some few things, brilliant, I could see transport. I'm talking about transport. That I could only describe as cars. I could look and see people, their souls there, having normal lives. And one time I saw people going on picnics. A whole family, kids and a woman, to the point that I said, wait a minute, but who is that? He said, no, that's a family. This one died, this one died like this, the children died like this, and they're here.
Listen, this man saw house in heaven. You have house here on earth. They saw cars in heaven, even Range Rover cars in heaven that you also have here on earth. They saw children going to school in heaven, and you have the same here on earth. They saw people going for picnic in heaven. They saw transportation in heaven. They saw family, husband and wife and children in heaven. And you have all these things that they saw in heaven right here on earth. Why can't these men tell us things that they saw in heaven that we don't have it here on earth? Why is it that everything that you people are seeing in heaven are the things that we have here on earth? What if we are already in heaven and you guys are just discovering us through dreams and visions? Isn't that concerning? That everything these men saw in heaven are the things that we have here on earth. None of them is able to tell us one single thing that they saw in heaven that is not here on earth. Are you sure we are not already in heaven? The fact that I'm a Christian doesn't mean that I shouldn't think. I shouldn't be able to compare what these my pastors are telling me with what the Bible is telling me. For example, all these people who died and they went to heaven, is that what the scripture teaches? Does the Bible tell us that if any man dies he is going to heaven or hell? Is that what the scripture teaches? All this revelation of God took me to heaven, I saw people in heaven, I saw people who died in heaven. If people who died, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian, you are already in heaven, then there will be no need for resurrection. Because if you're already in heaven, what is the need for resurrection again? That means Jesus will not come back because you are already there with him in heaven. There is no need to preach the second coming of Jesus Christ. What is he coming for? If people who die are already in heaven, what is the need for resurrection? Where are they resurrecting to? Because it is in the resurrection that the people who resurrect will be taken to heaven, isn't it? Now, if these people are already in heaven, what is the need for resurrection? I know the scripture you will quote, where Jesus said that there was a rich man who died and found himself in hell. And Lazarus, who was a poor man, also died, and he found himself in heaven, in the bosom of Abraham. Please, the Bible said Jesus was speaking to them in parable. Just like Jesus was speaking to them in parable, saying something like, a sower went out to sow a seed. Some fell on the roadside, some on the rock. If you didn't take that literally like a seed, normal agricultural seed, why do you then take this one literally to mean hell and heaven? If Jesus was speaking in parable, you see your problem. You see your problem. Calm down, let's teach you Bible. You are flying. You are lying to people. Because the whole essence of all this, I see heaven, is so that you come back here and tell people you need to pay tithes, you need to give, so that Jesus will use it to build house for you in heaven. They will use it to buy your own car and keep for you in heaven. Meanwhile, the people you are lying to, poverty is all over them. You are still extorting from them to live the luxurious life that you are living. Why not give away all your cars, all your aircraft, all your private university, the private school, everything you have, so that you will have ×4 in heaven? Why are you still collecting from people even when you have billions in your account, if you are not a thief? And every time you come out to tell people about heavens and nonsense.